Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly episode 10th March 2020. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. I'm Sean.
And I'm JK.
This week, WhatsApp Dark Mode is finally here. Resso is a music streaming app by ByteDance. Twitter CEO defends its position, and Australia sues Facebook over Cambridge Analytica.
Okay.
It's not going to stop, right? This Cambridge Analytica stuff.
This.
So back to the stories. WhatsApp Dark Mode is finally here. There isn't much to announce except that it looks almost like any other dark mode that has came before, and it's now available on both Android 10 and iOS 13. That means that if you don't have Android 10 and iOS 13, you likely won't get dark mode.
Okay.
But it's not. If you don't have dark mode, you're not missing out on anything because the dark mode for WhatsApp is quite ugly.
Oh, ugly. Okay.
They have different patches of different types of dark colors, like dark green and dark blue and dark gray.
Okay,
And
alright.
it just looks like, you know how when back in those days when you have those blankets where your grandmother would take parts of all the cloth and
And then
stitch
stick
them
together.
together.
Okay.
It looks like that,
So
but
it's like
just
very
all
patchy, yeah.
it's quite
Okay,
ugly.
okay.
But the good news for Android users is that you can go to settings, chats, theme, or you can go to the what is this called? The Android's WhatsApp settings.
Okay,
go
alright.
to wallpaper, and you can turn on and off the dark mode without changing the dark mode of your phone itself.
Okay, got it.
But on iOS, you cannot. The only way to turn it on or off is system-wide change, which means that you can only turn it on. Let's say you can only do it by turning on or off the dark mode in the phone itself.
Okay, got it. Means the entire thing will be dark mode.
Which everything will be dark mode, including all your phone, all your chats on the phone message, everything will be dark mode or light mode.
Okay, got it. So it's either you choose the light or the dark side. Lah.
Yes, but you can't choose it for WhatsApp. Maybe at least not for now. Hopefully soon they will be able to enable a setting that can only change the WhatsApp.
You give more options, so to say.
Yes.
Well, at least this is what people demand, right? Save electric.
Yeah.
The battery.
So the thing is, okay, this is what the people say, right? If you are on an LED screen, LED OLED screen, which are all the new phones, you will be able to save electricity, the power on your phone by turning off pixels on your screens by using dark mode. But if you are on LCD screens, you will not.
So
because-
what's the difference?
Because on LCD, even the black color, they still need to fire a color.
Okay, got it.
But
Alright.
for LED, they turn off that pixel.
Okay.
So which means that if you're on an LCD screen and you think that dark mode will help you save battery, actually it doesn't.
So our current one, is it LCD or LED?
Your phone is LCD.
Okay.
The
Which one is LED?
the top range for, let's say, for Android, all the Galaxy models are LED.
Okay.
For iPhones, only the top range ones like
10 and above.
10, not even all the 10. The 10R is not.
Okay.
The 10S is.
Okay, got it. 11 and above. Lah. So it's
11 is
also
not
no.
as well. 11 is also LCD. 11 Pro and Pro Max are LEDs.
okay, then what's the point of us? Okay lah, for light's sake lah.
Yeah, so it probably is for like, you know, those night reading and all these kind of things.
Yeah,
Make-
soothe
for
the eye,
Yeah,
kind
soothe
of
the eye.
color. Yep. Well, if that works.
Yep.
Alright, next up, Resso is a new music stream app by ByteDance. A few months ago, we talked about TikTok's parent company. ByteDance plans to launch a music stream app similar to Spotify. They just did, at least in India only for now. Company says this is a slightly different app in that it focuses on social music streaming. It also encourages users to share lyrics, comments, and other user-generated content with each other. Unlike TikTok, music in Resso will be full-length. They did not reveal how many songs are currently available, but did say they are working with Sony Music, Warner Music, Merlin, and Vegas Group, as well as Indian-specific music labels. So starting with the Indian country first. Lah.
Yeah, they're going to start with India first. So the key here is that, remember we talked about how Spotify started off as a music streaming platform with social capabilities, and then they removed it because
Nobody's social there.
they removed it because they wanted to control what kind of music goes in, because they want to because they are kind of like one of the first movers
Yeah,
that
correct.
went international, in the sense that it was during the time when music labels did not like music streaming platforms because they don't pay a lot of money. And in order for Spotify to be ahead of them, the music labels, they remove the social element of their music streaming platform. By removing that social element, it makes it harder for other users to share music with each other.
Right.
So most of the playlist is curated by Spotify, which means that Spotify controls what goes in, which means Spotify can say, if you're a music label who does not want to work with us, your music is not getting in there.
Okay.
But now that all the music labels are getting used to the idea of music streaming, they like it, they say, okay, this is the way moving forward, we can't change it anymore.
Yep.
Then Resso comes in and says, now we will bring social back to music streaming.
Right. So is this a separate app or itself, or it's a similar?
It should be a separate app itself. So
Okay, got it.
I don't have a lot of information on it because it's only in India, and most people don't have ways to find out what it actually is. But I think we can safely imagine Spotify. All the music in there is the same, with a lot of social element, in a sense that you can comment on music, share music,
Lip sync, make your own album kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you can use the music for your own.
It means like cannot download.
You cannot use it like how you use TikTok.
Okay, got
I
it.
use music TikTok, because that will probably be a copyright issue, because you're using the entire song, right? Unless they can make it work somehow, I don't know. But based on what we know about copywriting, I don't think we can do it. But if we can, it would be really cool.
Yep, correct. I mean, the sharing element will be much stronger.
Yeah, the sharing element was strong. Imagine we can make our own videos using their music, full length of it, not just 15 and 30 seconds.
I think people will misuse it rather than using for social purposes. So
We don't know. As a video creator myself, I've always had a lot of problems using copyrighted music on my YouTube videos. The problem here is that most of like stock music sounds quite bad. It doesn't carry the feel that you want, right? But if you want to put one of these music that you've heard in the radio, you can't, because they're copyrighted and we can't use it at all. Even if we were to monetize it, can you take the money and I don't take the money? I just want to be able to use your music with my videos, my travel videos or something like that. But you can't do it. If Resso can make this work, then it'll be
means like loosen the the copyright issues.
Yeah, loosen the copyright issues, or maybe let's say that maybe Resso says we users can use the music from any of the labels they have, full the entire song, right? Full from start to finish, all 3 minutes, all 4 minutes, provided number one, they put a watermark on that song and a link for that song. Number two, if the user were to monetize, all the money goes back to the artist.
Right. Yep.
I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, like a few cent.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I don't mind doing that, because most of the users are not there to make a ton of money. There are only a small handful of maybe YouTubers or influencers who actually make a lot of money from all these videos. Most of us do not.
Correct.
Most of us are just passionate people who want our work to actually
look nicer.
look
with
nice with good music, right?
Good collaboration.
So if they're able to make this work, then they can do something that YouTube has not been able to provide.
True. Copyright issue and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see about that. Let's see how they go with it.
Next up, Twitter CEO defends its position. Last week, we reported that one of Twitter's major investors is planning to replace Jack Dorsey as CEO of the company. Their reason is that Dorsey was not able to transform Twitter into what they'd hoped. A few days later, Dorsey laid out a series of tweets defending his position in the company by listing all the good things he did for the company.
Okay.
Right now, it is actually unclear that the investor, Elliott Management, their plan to remove Dorsey is actually because of performance or political motivation.
US elections coming soon. Yep.
Yeah. So just to recap what we talked about last week, Elliott Management is a very Republican heavy company, which means that there is a chance that they want to hijack Twitter and turn it into a Republican platform to spread their news. And if that is the case, then it doesn't matter whether Dorsey is good or not. They will remove him anyway because they need the platform.
Correct, yeah. Unless Dorsey has certain holding power to sort of limit terms and conditions of what you can tweet during certain time. No.
I don't know.
The CEO though, you can policy.
No. If you're a CEO and you're not a majority stakeholder, then you can't have any say as well. Unless you're the kind of company like Snapchat where the law says that the regulation in Snapchat says that the CEO has veto power over decision making or how the platform moves. But Twitter is not built that way at the time.
Okay,
so that is the kind of part where Dorsey kind of shot himself on the foot. And then the other part is where, one company such as Elliott Management can take up $1 billion worth of shares in the company, which amounts to quite a lot. And therefore is able to sway the decision, make decision on
Jack
what
Dorsey's
yeah. So it's sometimes as a CEO, you want to dilute the power of everybody on the shareholders' end so that they cannot band together and do something against you.
Yeah, true. Like just be to the end sometimes.
Yeah. And then on the other end, we also don't want companies like Snapchat where the CEO has all the say and all the shareholders has no say at all.
Reserve your tai. Your tai sorry. Don't take your tai and split to four. It doesn't work that way. Alright, next up. Australia sues Facebook over Cambridge Analytica. Hello scandal. Facebook cannot catch a break from their 2018 scandal. In 2018, Facebook was fined by American FTC $5 billion and then £500,000 by the UK over misuse of user data. The Australian privacy watchdogs are trying for a whopping $529 billion in the lawsuit. Claims that Facebook failed to perform their due diligence in ensuring that their users' data were not being misused by a third-party company. As a result, around 311,127 Australian Facebook users' data were exposed and sold.
This is crazy. They are going for almost $530 billion, as opposed to FTC in the UK, in the US, just fine them for $5 billion and £500,000 in the UK. 530 billion is a lot of money.
Massive way.
I don't know if this will work, but if it does, it's going to shake Facebook's foundation.
Correct, yeah. If Facebook is, it's just bad news for Facebook.
Yeah.
The scandal is very expensive scandal.
It's a very expensive scandal. I don't think it will amount to that much. Maybe if it goes to half of it, it will still be quite a big thing. Let's say 300,000.
Is this like the
300 billion?
Is this like the confirmed number, or this is the budget they plan to use to sue Facebook?
Australia is planning to sue that much. They have already filed the lawsuit. They have already filed the lawsuit and they're planning for this number. They're looking for this number.
Woohoo! Facebook.
It's quite a big sum.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Right, so that's all for Social Media Weekly this week. Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly episode 13, March 2020. My name is Sean.
And I'm KK.
Au revoir.
Sayonara.